So, good afternoon, everyone. Oh, more cheery than that. Come on. Good afternoon. Woo! Yes. Well, welcome to Some Like It Hot. And as you know, I think this is our 6th annual fundraiser for the Helping Hands Fund, which is our in-house support for families or individuals that could use a little support at some critical times in their lives. This is always a time when we have a great musical concert. It's also a time when Lynn Bliss, our Queen of Fabulous, puts together a huge event and a raffle that also raises money. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for participating today. Thank you for coming and attending. And you're just about to witness and experience an extraordinary musical concert. So I don't even know where to begin. If you were here for Sunday service this morning, you just got a little taste of Ptah Williams, which was unbelievable. It is something we will never forget. But now we're going to have a whole concert with him. So I cannot really do him any justice. I'm going to ask my honey to come and introduce Ptah, his dear friend, Lonnie McFadden.
Just testing. Well, I've been reading the resume, and I've been knowing him for years. I'm trying to think of exactly what I should say, but I don't want to say too much because in the middle of this show, I'd like to open it up to have a Q&A because I'm trying to talk him into coming down to Kansas City a lot more, and I want you all to really get to know him. But I will say this, that he started off on a toy piano when he was 3 years old. By the time he was 12 years old, he was a child prodigy. He was backing up world-renowned opera singers. He was part of the youth symphony in St. Louis. Of course, his jazz travels are the things that have stood out. Not that, well, again, it's so much I could say, and I don't want to get too because again, my wife gets on me about superlatives. I don't want to use just my opinion. I'm trying to stick with the facts. So the facts, I know that's a whole different thing for me. But the fact of the matter is, that he's traveled with Lou Donaldson. The fact of the matter is he's played with people like George Benson, Joe Lovano. The fact of the matter is he's met and played for Herbie Hancock. The fact of the matter is that there's such a plethora of musicians, and that because of when I first met him in 1985 when I was in St. Louis, and my wife can attest to this. This is a fact. It's very difficult for me to go out and listen to other musicians because I've been exposed to so many. Again, this is a superlative, but what I call great musicians. And it's very difficult for me to listen to people if they're not on that level. I left the one Saturday that I had off a month ago. I drove down to St. Louis just to hear him for one night because I needed to get that fixed. These are facts. It's a fact that in St. Louis, like we have the Pitch here and we have the Jazz Ambassador magazine here, they have the St. Louis Riverfront Times. It's a fact that he was voted by the readers 6 years as the best pianist in St. Louis. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear friend, Ptah Williams.
Thank you. Lonnie and I were talking about, the St. Louis heritage with Scott Joplin, and then we were thinking about maybe a little bit of Latino music, which I like. Right, the crazy Latin music, and
I forgot to mention it's a fact that I've never given him a mic,
so let's talk and more playing. Thank you. plays harmonica. He actually uses violin. And the bassoonist, yeah.
those of you that are not familiar with jazz repertoire, the first song he played was the Maple Leaf Rag by Scott Joplin. This last song, I would invite you all to go and hear the original by Chick Corea. It was called Spain, but I have never heard Spain played like that. I've never heard it. Thinking ain't really what he does. but playing the piano. I need him on my show. I got so many lines I want to use right now. Before he came up here, we talked, and he said he's going to play a couple of jazz songs, and he was going to do a classical tune. And I told him I thought that would be great, because in today's music, well, today's musicians, I can think of one person that I know of that's proficient in classical and jazz. Of course, Wynton Marsalis is the first name that comes up. But this is one of the other guys that I know that Herbie Hancock, that's another name that I think of. But Ptah is one of the other people that I know of that is just as proficient in classical as he is in jazz. And I don't know if he's going to still do oh, he's over there. I don't know if he's still going to do anything. I know after he does whatever his next song is going to be, whether it's a standard ballad or if it's a classical tune, I know Myra was going to come up here, and they're going to have the offering. But after the offering, I want to have a Q&A. I'm sure you all have some real good questions after this. And I want to hear your questions, actually. But I would like to have a Q&A. And then, after the Q&A, because of old time's sake, two of the people that I did not mention that he played with is Ronald and I. We went to Europe. We went all over Europe. And we're going to play, if I got enough time, because I have to actually go to my job. So we're going to play one Herbie Hancock song that he asked us to play with him. But then, Ronald doesn't know this, Ptah doesn't even know it, but I want to try to play one of the songs that we used to play years ago. And I don't even know if we can still play it, but I still want to try to burn one before I get out of here. I don't get a chance to play with musicians that play like this very often. And I'd be remiss if I didn't at least try to see if we can still play this one tune that I'll talk about. Are you ready yet? Okay, some like it hot, some like it played too.